Hell yeah, boy. Hell yeah, boy. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Not again. Not again, not again. This is so slow, but like, does it need to be fast? I feel like that's impossible, bro. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible, bro. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. What's up, Lift? What up, Civic? What up, Cameron? What's up, Chris? It's impossible, bro. It's impossible. Good, Lift. How you been, bro? Oh, what up, Ethan? What's up, Lift? What up, Osama? What'd you get banned for, bro? I don't know, chat. I don't know. It's impossible. Me hitting this long range with this AR. Like for a full 100. Burning time on my OSHA 10. OSHA, Occupational Safety and Hazards Association, whatever that is. Got permanent ban for what though? What was the name? Like, bro, I just like I don't know, bro. So there's something about my settings where it's just not smooth. Is it my dead zone? But like I've changed everything else. I'm used to the smallest. I think it's just my dead zone. But like I just don't know what to change it to. Go up on top 50. I didn't give up, bro. I stopped playing the game. I retired before my trip. Like there's something about the setting that's good, but it's not as good. And maybe it's because the one thing that Apex did right is what? What's up, Kristen? The performance on controller in that game is amazing, bro. Like amazing. Amazing. And with the settings that I played on, bro, I really wish I could turn this music off. Like I've already turned off the main music volume. So it's like, what else do I need to change? Set the music volume for all game music, but I'm currently listening to game music in my head. Anyways, chat. I'm used to Apex's my settings on there being like precise, bro. Precision. Whereas like I could, maybe it's just the nature of the game though, with the amount of recoil in this game and the amount of bloom in this game. Like if I wanted to, you in school? I start school in January. I don't know how many times I'll tell you guys. If I wanted to aim my crosshair right in center mass, I could do so easily. But look, when I try to do it, like it's because of the dead zone. I'm assuming. In Apex, you know, I could literally aim at a fly 100 meters away. If that's where I wanted to aim, I could gradually get it there without overcompensating. Right now, I'm moving my stick. Oh, man, it's just gotta be my dead zone, which I don't play on. But then, like, no dead zone on this game feels horrible. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. It feels horrible. I don't even know at this point. I wish I even really understood dead zone, bro. Even then, it's just like I can't aim properly. We've gotten closer though. He likes aim for the sub. Appreciate it. Thunderwolf for the sub, bro. Sub Civic. I can. My aim's a lot better. Trust me, but on controller, it's either a few things. This game is just not optimized that great for controller, which wouldn't make sense at all, considering it's always been dominated by controllers. Controller players. Either I don't have my settings right, or it's just the nature of the game. Oh, I finally got one. What did I just change? What did I just go in my settings and change? Anybody remember? Did I change anything? I feel like I just went in here and changed something. No, I didn't. Am I tweaking? What kind of homework you doing, bro? Oh, I changed my dead zone. Changed my dead zone. Thank you. Thank you, Osama. I got my first. Yeah, I see. Nah. I'll be able to get it again. I don't know. For me, business org, it's easy, bro. Hurry up and do that. Get that shit over with. For me, it's the complexity of this. The game settings that I just don't care for, bro. I don't care for the complexity of it at all. Other video games I play, even Call of Duty's pretty complex now, but it never used to be. But now, obviously with Apex, I like their dead zone a lot better. It's just one, and you can turn it up, or you can turn it down. You can turn it to none, small, or large dead zone. Cool, perfect. And then you have, of course, AOCs to further refine that if you like. But in this game, it gives you dead zone for your left stick, dead zone for your right stick, axial radio for each one, but it's also not one-to-one either. So it's like, who really knows what it means? And of course, you can sit there and look at it the definition on the right, but like, set how much the control input is required for input activation. A low value, yeah, cool. Set how much the horizontal and vertical values cancel each other out when pushing an input to maximum values. For me, doesn't make sense. So I gotta change this. But this is on a scale of what? 30. This is on a scale of 99. It's just confusing, bro. It's just confusing. So I'm trying to figure out a sentence that's going to work for me. I can play in the meantime, but it's going to take a lot of practice before anything really gets going. It's just such a stupid thing. I think there's too much, such thing as too much customization. Like, you want to change that shit, put it in a separate setting that doesn't affect everything else. You will have more control over it. Having an advanced look controls separate. Oh, why is my aim off now? Who knows, main? What other things have I changed? Okay, that wasn't too smooth. That just sucked for me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, I don't think you're missing much when it comes to the regular game, but then again, I can understand why a lot of people do like the regular game. I just find Conquest and everything else in the base game is just so boring, That's why I never played Battlefield in my life. Boring. But I could appreciate the immersiveness of it and how that might be cool to a variety of different players. But if I ever wanted to fly airplanes in my life, I go play an airplane game. If I wanted to drive tanks, I go play a tank game. If I wanted to drive these little ATV or other trucks, I go do that. The fact of the matter is the reason why I haven't done that, because I don't care about that. I don't care about it in this game either. I never have. But I understand people that like flying planes and driving trucks and driving tanks. I like it to be fun. Never care for that. I got the one all the way over there. Nice. Do that again. Nice, 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 nice. So for Battle Royale, whenever it does come out, if it does come out, the 28th, that's what I'll be playing. I should be back on a more consistent schedule. Right now I have no motivation. Obviously I've retired from Apex. I don't care about the base game. COD's not out. And even then with COD I'd only play Battle Royale. Dude, the bloom is insane. I was hitting all 3 targets right here by aiming at the middle one. Is that from Apex? Yeah. Yep. I mean, it's not the worst, bro. We'll take it. I guess it gets a little funky. I don't even know how far this is. 50 meters? No, it's further than that. That's just like 70 meters away. That bloom's crazy when you go from prone to standing up and then shoot right after. I think that's pretty killer too. How bad they nerfed movement, bro. And I never got to play it during the beta when the movement was apparently significantly better. You can improve the movement right now without making it feel like Apex or Fortnite, you know. There's a happy medium somewhere. And this is too close to terrible movement. What's up, Nacho? How you doing, bro? How's everybody been? Sorry, no, I haven't been live in a week. I'm going to do my best to be as consistent as possible. What I'm really waiting for is Battle Royale. Once Battle Royale comes for this game, I'll more than likely be playing that 6 hours a day. Until I retired at the end of December. I have a week left for that. Literally, exactly a week. So, expect this next week for me not to stream too much. Like I said, I just have no motivation to. Until Battle Royale comes out, I don't give a fuck at all whatsoever. What else have I changed about this my aim, bro? Now this feels off. Peas, yeah, if you know, you know. If you don't know by now, I don't know what to tell you. I've only been talking about it for 5 years. If you don't know, you just weren't meant to know. It's just not for you to know, I guess. What's up, sugars? You've definitely heard me talk about it. You just don't remember. But if you think hard, think long and hard, I'm sure you remember. I really don't know how I feel about the side at all. F1 driver, imagine. Oh, you know what I was doing? I think no, I wasn't doing that. Bro, I'm aiming kind of like at this guy right here. Hold on, let me try that again. I was aiming right here. like right here, but the bloom still shot that guy behind him, bro. No, I never said I was gonna retire. I'm as literally as explicit as I could ever be. You probably not met not one more person more blunt than me or explicit than me, bro. You guys just get you guys misunderstand what I say. I can't help that. I'll stop playing Apex for 2 months like I did last year. And explicitly tell people I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm never coming back. But for right now, I'm not coming back. But all they hear is I'm never coming back. And then they'll be like, oh, I thought you stopped playing Apex. Yeah, I did temporarily. But like I told you 2 months ago, a year ago, I can't sit here and say I'm never coming back to Apex. And then I played Apex for all of 2025, but I played games in between to take breaks because I've hated this year of Apex. I go play a story game and be like, bro, I'm done with this season. And I'll play other games for the remainder of the season, the last 2 weeks or so. And be like, alright, next season I'm going to come out and try it though. And then I come back and they'll be like, I thought you retired. No. I have officially retired from Apex. But my retirement from Apex is not my retirement from streaming. As you guys should know. Because I've talked about it hundreds of times already. I retired from streaming completely. Everything. Apex included. Battlefield, Fortnite, whatever. December. Until then, I have nothing to do for the next 2 months. What up, bro? What do you mean? What do you mean retiring from Apex already? Like I haven't played it more than 99.9% of people on Earth. No, I won't be coming back for season 27. I don't give a fuck. Now, if I come back to Apex, then you can have a problem. Because I'm telling you guys for the first time ever, I am never playing Apex Legends again. That's the first time I've ever said that because I know it's the truth. So if I do come back at this point, then you can talk your shit. But until then, no, you can't. You don't believe me? Ask Ethan. Wherever Ethan's at. Ethan keeps sending me Apex stuff. Links. I'm not fucking opening it. I don't give a fuck. He still keeps on doing it. Ethan, I don't give a fuck. Ethan, I don't care. I don't care. It could be a picture of my grandmother being hung up from the ceiling, spinning around on the fan. I don't care. If it's got the word Apex in it, I don't care. I've already muted a lot of accounts too because I don't want to see that video game anymore. Community day? Nah, I won't be doing that either. My time with my community is done. I've given you all that I can give you. What's up, pal? How you doing? Yeah, I'm on Battlefield. I just come with my aim. Like, it could be smoother. Like, if I'm trying to aim, maybe I'm just being too hard on myself. Maybe it's just the game. But like, I'm trying to aim center mass right now on this target. And I can't, my aiming is not refined enough for it to just kind of slowly drag over there with precision. Like I can right here on closer targets. I can't even do that. So I think it's my dead zone. When I turn my dead zone off, I don't really feel a difference. So maybe it's my acceleration. I need to turn my acceleration up. I don't know. It's so the settings are so complex. You have to troubleshoot 50 different things just to get your aim looking nice. If you don't know what you're doing, like I don't know what I'm doing because I never played Battlefield before. I haven't fucked with Apex in a long time, but specifically, 2025 has been the worst year ever. Not just for me, but for everybody. And you can look at the numbers all throughout the year. It's been our lowest year. I'm assuming they made the least amount of money because of that. They've had the lowest player base or smallest player base in that year, at least on Steam. Everything else probably usually follows more or less the same pattern. Other platforms. This is a horrible year, bro. How about MK? Nah. No, I can't. My M&K, my keyboard's not good. My mouse isn't good. They're all rinky-dinky. My monitor's not good. I'm not allowed to play on 144 hertz. But that's always been the perfect excuse for me. Because if I really wanted to try M&K, I gotta go buy some good shit. So there's a couple $100s on a keyboard. I'm assuming. I don't even know how much they cost for a good one. Probably a keyboard, a good one, not the greatest, but a good one. Probably, I'm assuming, $350. A mouse. You guys can fact check me too. A mouse, a good one, not the best one, but a decent one. Probably like shit. I don't even know. The same price, maybe $300 to $400 for a decent mouse. Like you know, a pretty damn good one, but not the best. And then monitor's a monitor. $350 for best keyboard. Okay. 150. Okay, that's a little better. I'm not spending that regardless, but it does get me acquainted a bit. How much for a mouse? Same. So the price that I listed were like for the top tier ones. Either way, still extra couple $100. That's why I never did it. The monitor I'm on is a monitor I've been on since college, like right after college. So for 4 years now, I haven't upgraded shit. PC's 5 years old. Monitor's 4 years old. This monitor that I read Twitch chat off of is 5 years old. I probably should have upgraded something at one point. I'd never cared. I was always playing really good. Never needed it. Was still shitting on everybody, so I was like, alright, fuck it, why not? Your PC 5 years old. Still kicking. Still fucking kicking. Well, did I say 5 years? I meant 4. Towards the end of 2021. Yeah. Yeah, especially in 2022. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's 4 years old. And it plays perfectly fine. Earlier this year, I was in LA. I had it on the ground. It's the only spot that I could have for it. And I have a dog who sheds like an animal. Literally and figuratively. And my PC did crap out. So I had to take everything apart. I just dusted it. And it was good again. I had to factory reset it a few times, get it optimized, but yeah, that was the only hiccup really. Do you think it would be a drastic difference if you were to upgrade everything? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. How often do you clean your PC? Well, now it's good because it's up top, sitting on top. I probably clean my PC once every year or so. Yeah, it's pretty good for me. What up, Javane? Should I do it more? Yeah, of course. I don't care. I don't. Never have. What if I do the campaign? I really just don't care for fucking attack and defend. Close quarter battles. Maybe this is one that I could fuck with. Maybe. I don't care about all the extraneous bullshit. I don't. Well, it depends on where you have it. Like, I had it on the ground previously. My dog shed, so it's like, okay. But I have it on top of my desk. There's a little dust in it, but not much. Will I clean it? Probably when I move out, yeah. Don't care. All-out warfare. Man. Give me a game mode where you can't use fucking vehicles. Aircrafts. Would I say Battlefield is worth the price tag? No. No game recently is worth a $70 price tag, bro. They give you a fraction of the shit that they used to give you 15 years ago when the game was $60. Give you a fraction of this shit. This shit feels like a free game. Feels like a free game. Breakthrough, I think I've already tried. See, I don't want large scale battles. I don't want all out warfare. Didn't you just hear me? I don't want that. I need something closer together. Is this game worth... Okay, well, put it like this. Every game mode, in my opinion, feels the same. From attack and defend to conquest to escalation, they feel the same. Same shitty maps, chaos going everywhere. 90% of the time, you're not dying to somebody shooting you. You're dying to something else. Or you're dying to a person you can't see because there's a sniper on the 7th floor of a building that you obviously can't fucking clear out because there's 6 floors below that. 5 windows on each floor. And you got to worry about the people that are on the ground. You got to worry about the tanks chasing after you. Got to worry about the helicopters in the sky and the airplanes in the sky. But no, John's sitting up in a fucking bird's eye view. And you can't see because the lighting is all broken in this game right now. And you just die. You just die. I'm going to try out CQB because I haven't tried out CQB yet. Not attrition. Where was the other one? Do I think it's worth the $70? So you have 1, 2. Even though more or less they all kind of feel the same, the objectives are slightly different. But like all these objectives right now is about holding an area of some sort. Do I have that right? Where am I at? I haven't played escalation yet, I don't think. But first team to take 3 territories claim victory. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, capturing an objective of some sort. 1. Conquest. 2. Advancers attack sector by sector to claim a new territory. 3. This is conquest or escalation. So again, same, capture an area. Not capture the flag and run it back. Just capture or hold down an area. Or they call it, what, a new territory? That's what I meant. That's exactly what I said. That's 4 out of 4 games with that same objective. Oh, this team deathmatch. Attrition is a team deathmatch. I didn't even know that. Okay. That's the one I want to try out then. That's the one I want to try out. But you can see the rest of them. Yeah. But hear me out. Oh, there is one. Rush is where you plant. Yeah, you do. I don't know why I can't find them though. I did like that one. So all 4 of these were the same, but then this is conquest or escalation. So it puts them both together, but all 4 the same objective. I'm okay. There we go. You have attack and defend. That's capturing areas again. That's 5. I'm assuming it's the same. This is the play breakthrough. Oh, yeah. Breakthrough is capturing an objective of some sort, I believe. Rush is the one where you plant the bombs. I did like that. The one that I would play the most was actually attack and defend because I can't stand conquest. Long story short, is it worth the money? $70. I put it like this. You have games like Apex and Fortnite with the Battle Royale, and they're free. For $70, no. This should have been a free game. Would it have ever been? No, because it's a Battlefield title. Same way COD would never go free. Their Battle Royale is going to be free, but $70 for this, when in a Battle Royale you get infinitely more options and customization and everything. It's difficult to kind of explain or get behind the price point of this game. You do have the apparently you can, like in creative mode on Fortnite, you could build your own shit too. So maybe that's what a lot of people get their money's worth with. I'm pretty sure people were making other maps, like Call of Duty maps and other stuff like that. I know somebody made like that game where you had to jump up all the way up into the sky. And if you fall, you had to restart. Chain together, something like that. They had their own version of that. But $70, bro, that's steep. What you're really paying for that $70 is honestly fucking the labor, the money that they have to invest into this game. But like, you're not getting much experience out of this until probably Battle Royale comes out. Every game just needs a Battle Royale, bro. I hope to God that they don't have tanks. No tanks in Battle Royale. No helicopters that you can shoot missiles out of. No airplanes you could drop bombs on people with. But you could have airplanes or helicopters or other vehicles, non-lethals. That's okay. Apex does that. Fortnite does it. COD does that. Cool. But it's difficult. Is the BR locked behind it? No, no, no. Guess what, Peace? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I was told. I don't know if it's free. But somebody told me that Battle Royale is going to be free. And I just paid $70 for a game I did not want to play, thinking that Battle Royale was going to be integrated into the main game for $70. Come to find out, allegedly, apparently that game mode Battle Royale is going to be free. So yeah, I'm a little hot. Because I just paid $70 for a game that I'll probably never, ever, 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 ever play again. I'll grind that Battle Royale game mode for the next 2 months as hard as I can and have fun with it. So as long as I can figure out, proper settings and get better. But Battle Royale, every game needs a Battle Royale. A lot of games that have come out that didn't have that die. And even games that do have Battle Royale die. So you have to make sure, even if you do have a BR, you do it right. Let me try this game mode. Alright, let's see how it goes. I spawned right on fucking. I come into this game hella late and spawn right on fucking on him. All right, word. Why is my shit framey? What the fuck? I messed with my settings again, and now it feels worse than it did yesterday. Oh yeah, this feels horrible. I've spent 10 plus hours trying to figure out a setting that is tailored for me. 10 plus hours, and I still don't feel like, I like this. I'm very particular though, so maybe it's not the game's fault with how particular I am. I also forgot the buttons I have to press. What do I press? Oh my god. What the fuck just happened? I just fall through the floor? Am I dead? Yeah. Oh, I'm fucked. Hold on. I think I could do team deathmatch, but then again, can I grind team deathmatch? I stopped playing arcade-like games a long time ago. It's just Battle Royale is the only thing I ever... oh yeah, this shit feels horrible now. Oh shit. I'm not support. I forgot. I'm over here trying to throw smoke grenades. I'm flashbanging myself. I could fuck with team deathmatch though. This is cool. I didn't even know they had this shit. I played this game for a few days and I didn't know they had this. But yeah, no, I need to figure out what I did with my settings and just revert it back to what it used to be. Because it was much smoother yesterday. Now it's worse. The ADSing is not the worst. See, like, that's why I need Battle Royale. I didn't even have my settings. I didn't have my settings right. But I'm not gonna lose. The only time I die in this game is the tanks and bombs and missiles and nukes. Oh, did he just try to revive me? It's so fucking hot in here. Okay, how the fuck do I just spawn like that and straight in death? In front of death's grip. All right, revive me. Hurry up. I can fuck with this, bro. This is cool. Now I'm getting my money's worth until Battle Royale comes out, which is apparently is gonna be free, so I won't ever really get my money's worth. I need to understand these maps. What feels horrible? Firelight? Trash. What feels horrible? My sends. Is that a grenade? Oh shit. What feels terrible in particular with my aim? Probably the dead zone. It's not smooth. This might be a little too fast, so my movement's choppy. The ADS, I mean, look, is very slow, so that's fine. So it's like my look speed. Bro, where the fuck did he come from? And how many times I have to, why is my teammate not fucking shooting him? What the fuck is he doing? What's my teammate doing? Yeah, so I have to spend more time figuring out my settings. Like I said, it's taking me 10 hours. I'm probably 25%. I'm 10% satisfied with my sends right now, which is a big jump from 0% last week. The game just doesn't feel that smooth on a controller. Like, I just gotta figure something out. But 10 hours worth of fucking settings changes, bro. Double, what was the question? Firelight was horrible. 10 hours worth of settings changes, like, I'm gonna just give up at this point. Let me see what I changed. You know, it's an annoying thing though, is I actually reset my settings, and the one thing that I didn't have previously on the photos that I took of my settings was my aim sensitivity right here. But that's the least of my concern. This used to be at 85, but now 80 feels, I don't know, bro. It's difficult to have to think about, like I said, 15 different variables and what could be affecting my aim, because each one of those 15 things does something different for your aim. It's not like Apex, where I swear on my life, Apex people ask you what's your settings, what's your sends, 4-3 linear. That's it. That's it. What are your per optics? Oh, you might have what was it for me? Command ALCS 2.0 for everything. Simple. This, you have 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 this, and this, and this, which is fine. That's like Apex too, you know, the per optic sights, but per optic zoom, but everything else. And you also have dead zone you have to consider as well, but. Yeah, controller tuning, further controller tuning here. But yeah, man. Yeah, it's a lot. What did I use before 4.3? 7.6 Classic. No per optics. See how easy that is? Somebody asks you, what is your settings in this game? You can't say 4.3 linear. No, you have to fuck around and say... You could say linear, because I am on linear. No, it's a 4.3 is your look sensitivity, your camera sensitivity, your look sensitivity, and your ADS sensitivity. And every other video game ever in the history of FPSs categorize different types of aim settings based on your look, so your camera. So when you're un-ADS'd, your hip fire, that controls that. And then the bottom one, which would be your ADS speed, ADS sends, which is when you're zoomed in, when you're aiming down your sights. And that's the distinction between the two. Simple. But in this, I can't tell you 4.3 because I don't know what it is. I think this right here is your hip fire speed. Infantry aim sensitivity is not listed as camera speed like it is in COD, like it is in Fortnite, like it is in Apex. It's not listed as camera or look sends. It's listed as infantry aim sensitivity. I think that's your camera sends. So I'm on 80. And the other one, I think, would be this one. ADS sensitivity, zoom aim sensitivity. Okay, so it's like when I saw that, okay, I kind of get what that is. So I'm on 80-43. Why do we make the scale so large? To 200. Why? 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 So yeah, that's my sentence on this game. But then again, that doesn't tell you enough, because there's 15 other things that affect your aim. So like P's just said it right there. Slow down 60, aim assist 30. Let's don't. Yeah, man, I don't care for games that make figuring out your settings that complex, especially considering the casual community in every video game ever it makes up most of the player base. And so I know if a guy like me who's streamed for the last 5 years, who's good at video games, who's putting a lot of time and effort into video games, if a guy like me doesn't want to sit here and figure out my settings for 10 plus hours, what makes you think your average Joe Schmo is going to? And the idea behind more customization behind this is further refinement of your settings, of your aim. And that could be good, especially for like M&K type players. But for controller, it's unnecessary. Give us our aim assist, damn it, and give us our look sends and ADS sends and our dead zone, and that's all you need. I don't need none of this. And sure, yeah, like I said, eventually I'll probably figure it out. I'm on a short time frame here though. But for all the Joe Schmoes, that sucks for them, bro. That sucks for them. They're never gonna find the settings that's bread and butter, beautiful for them. They're just gonna be playing on some choppy ass shit. And that's why a lot of them are going to gravitate towards just playing fucking tanks and airplanes. Which is why this game is also so big for casual players. Because you ain't got to shoot your damn gun. So maybe they go try to run an SMG and AR and they're just getting pounded. So fuck it, I'm going back to the tank now. Going back to the fucking airplanes, nuking everybody. I don't have to shoot my gun, perfect. But that's like a consequence to the complexity of your settings. I don't pay $70 for a video game to have this much control over my settings, bro. Right here, this is all you have to do. Ready in the future, for the future video games. But the important shit here: look speed, ADS speed, dead zone, maybe one or two other things. Keep that there. If you want further customization, then you click turn advanced look controls on like other video games do, and have your further refinement there, which doesn't affect your base core settings. If you want more specificity, more control over your settings, you could toggle that on and go do that shit yourself. I don't want to do that shit myself. So I didn't use AOCs on Apex. I don't give a fuck about that. Just give me the important shit. I'll figure it out with there, and then we'll go from there. Gosh damn it. I'm sure meta controller config settings will come out. Maybe, bro, but then again, this game has 1 month before COD kind of dethrones it. And you better hope to God that the battle royale is good enough, which I do genuinely think, based on how good the game feels, not with controller, but just like how fluid it is. I haven't lagged much. Haven't been any game breaking bugs yet, so it's smooth on that end. I think battle royale could be really smooth, super good. Controller, I think compatibility could be a little better, a little smoother as well. But if it's not, maybe it is perfectly compatible. Maybe it is perfectly built for this game, but because the settings are so complex, I'll never know, I guess. In my 2 months that I have left with video games, I'll probably never know. Is it the game that just feels poorly optimized for controller, or is it the 50,000 controller settings that I have control over, each one of them having a large effect on my aim? Could that be the reason why my controller doesn't feel too optimized well? Like I said, I'll never know. I don't know what to do right now, because I didn't change anything else, but my aim feels worse than it did last week when I played. I had to have changed like one thing, maybe. And it's hot as hell in here. I feel like we have the heater on, bro. It's not a matter, Bolton, we gotta stop worrying about dethroning certain games. It's not about that. Because this game, in order to dethrone something, you have to be on top of the world. You have to be a king. To get your crown taken away, your throne, everything taken away from you. This game's not that. Battle Royale, maybe. I don't know what video games obsession is with not releasing Battle Royale on day one. Look at the player base. And a lot of people will try out Battlefield again next week when Battle Royale comes out, because the time between next week and when COD comes out is still like another, few weeks? But eventually, COD with the much larger player base, yeah, it's going to steal a lot of focus and streamers and attention away from this game. But if you gave us, I don't know, I guess times are different right now, because you think about when Apex first came out. Apex had Season 0, which was a preseason for like a month or something, before we ever got Season 1. And Season 1 didn't have shit. And then before we got Season 2, which introduced Ranked, but it was shitty. And then all the people ended up leaving the game at that point. That's like the same with Splitgate. Splitgate dropped Battle Royale, and it was amazing. I loved playing it. That game, controller on that game felt better than Apex. And yet, you didn't put out a ranked game mode for Battle Royale off rip. So what happened? Other games came out. People no longer wanted to play Splitgate, and now the game is dead. Currently being remade again for the third time. Because of the delay in Battle Royale ranked specifically for them. Then you have this game. 2 weeks. 2 weeks before Battle Royale comes out. You could look at the peak numbers when the game was first released, and look what the numbers looked that week, and look at what they look like now. And a lot of people just went back to their old games that they play. So yeah, Injury's been bad for a minute. They're just not ready for a Battle Royale to come out. When did they make 2042? That was the last Battlefield game. Was that not like 3-4 years ago? That's what people have to. That's the contention that people have with that statement that you just made. They weren't ready for Battle Royale to come out. When you have a game in production for 3 to 4 years, you better keep that game in production until you're ready for everything, like GTA, like the next installment in the Elder Scrolls series. If you don't have all of that shit ready immediately, don't bother dropping it, because with the way gaming culture and community is right now, they need everything immediately, or else they feel like they got screwed over. And you also have to make sure it's completely polished as well. So it is like a unfair ask of us for the devs, but you already had this game in development for what, 2-3 years, maybe more. I forget when 2042 came out. A couple years. And you're not dropping Battle Royale immediately with the game, and you're not dropping it ranked game modes immediately for the game. Your game's gonna die. Unless you have a large enough player base to withstand that drop off that inevitably is going to happen while people wait for those game modes to come out. Which is close to coming out. Why did people leave? No, it wasn't close to coming out. It took 6 months for Rank to come out in Apex. 6. And that's a good question that you asked. Apex reached 1 million players, I believe, in 30 days. In the first 30 days that the game came out. So this was what, February 2019 to March 2019. They amassed 1 million players, which is amazing. The main reason why the game had so much success so early on is because they paid a lot of big streamers to play their video game or promote it, obviously. What's up, homie? I'm criticizing it right now, so maybe you can agree or disagree. But I'm talking about Apex right now. After a little while, people were begging for a ranked version to come out. Even back in 2019 when gaming was completely different. The community was still begging for ranked something to come out. So in Season 1, they dropped this Elite queue, which was like ranked before ranked. And it sucked, I'm not going to lie. It was horrible. Everybody hated it. But it was good enough for that moment in time to keep its core player base playing the game. But at that point, 5 to 6 months go by and you don't release a ranked game mode within Apex. Mind you, the game never had a solo queue game mode on top of that to this day. And then you mix in other streamers not really liking Apex for a variety of different reasons, so then their communities follow them back to whatever game that they came from. At that time, it was probably Fortnite or Warzone. A lot of game-breaking bugs at that point, a lot of terrible server issues, a lot of when Rank finally did come out, a lot of booting you out of the game and you losing points and having to sit and wait. Actually, they don't have it. I don't know if they had an abandonment penalty in Season 2, but you would lose points nonetheless because of poor servers, and it just kick you out of the game. It would turn your PlayStation off like it did for me. So even though Apex was initially popular for those reasons. Apex died very quickly. Very quickly. And you can go look at the numbers as well. Alright, homie. People... What was I saying? What did I just say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, but the same thing, I guess. I forgot. I'm probably going to say something else. But the main point to this is that the same will happen to Battlefield like it happens with Apex 6 years ago, and like it happens with other games right now. It's not that Apex died, but if you look at the average player count in that first year of 2019, you'll see a skyrocket in the first couple months, and then it just goes down and down and down, down and down and down and down, and then it goes back up a decent amount around season 9 when Nick Merckx comes over and brings the Call of Duty community over in season 9, and it goes up and up and up, up and up and up until season 16, and then it goes down and down and down, and then since season 16 it's just been on a downhill path. Let me see what's different with my settings. I don't know why it feels so much faster. Sorry, chat. Now Devil's watching a fucking ad. No, I finished, bro. Sorry. Bro, it's hella hot in this room. Why is it so fucking hot in here? No, I'll be right back. It's too damn hot in here. Sorry, Double. Bro, I was already yapping so much before you said something about the ads. I just turned my ads down hella low anyway, so you guys have to watch hella ads. Why have your Apple playlist playing? Is my music playing? We're talking about Apple playlists, bro. What? The fuck you talking about alarm clock music? The in-game music? This sounds like a marching. Marching. That's what you wake up to? Oh, your alarm sounds like? That's what your Apple playlist sounds like? Devil's jokes are bad. But anyway, we were a question earlier. What did I change with my aim? to make it much, much worse than it was last time I was playing. Oh, it's out. Out. Put it in reverse, Terry. Out. Over here begging all the damn time. Even after rank was introduced, I answered most of it. Yeah. But even after rank was introduced, which took too long for it to come out, there were a variety of issues that lasted to this day, bro. I'm not even kidding. Issues that lasted for 6 years are the same issues that people left when the game first came out. And if they left before rank came out, which a lot of people did, it's because it took 4 to 6 months, if I'm not mistaken, for that rank to come out. The game came out in February. It couldn't have came out until sometime in at least summer, bro. And it, yeah, because if my math is right, bro, season 3 came out, and that was 100 plus. That was like a 130 day season, 120, 130 day season. Might have been more. It could have been like 140 days. I'm not even kidding. So is that like? How many days did I say? 140? So maybe like 4 to 5 months that season lasted, which is very long. And I remember that season bled into 2020 as well, so the following year after, and ended sometime like in January, if I'm not mistaken. And so that means it would have had to have started sometime before, like at least October. And then that was season 3. Season 2 had to have lasted probably maybe 90 days. So that's three months before October. Yeah, so it probably took around 4 to 5 months before Apex rank came out. Was I still happy with Apex at that time? Yeah, bro. I can't lie. As big of a critic I am, as big of a critic as I am with Apex, I mean, there's a reason why I started playing. And there's a reason why I stayed playing. Definitely enjoyed the feel of the game. It was the first game to really introduce legends or characters that had that much personality. Other games have had it before, like Siege, but with that much personality and a variety of different abilities that you hadn't really seen before. And then just, I guess, I mean, can't really say the smoothness of the game because it was very unsmooth at times, especially early on, but overall, it felt good. But I think it was really the first game to really count stats for each specific legend that you're on. It was the first game where anybody was really grinding for #1 Wraith or #1 Pathfinder, because you had it was the first game to display these cards that were not just shown for you. Other games have done that, or your teammates perhaps. Other games have done that, but it displayed it if you were champion squad or the kill leader or whatever. It showed it to the rest of the lobby, so there's like a flaunting aspect to it. And you want to be the best of the best and flaunt off the best of the best, and you got to grind, you got to play. And so that's what Apex did. That was really smart. Other games should follow, and I don't know why they haven't followed, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Other games that have come out with abilities, something that you could flaunt off to the entire movement was good too. Yeah, and the TTK, yeah. Something that you could flaunt off in front of the entire lobby for being the champion squad. And don't be afraid if it seems like you're copying Apex. Apex did it right. Games borrow and inspire other games all the time. But every game, like Call of Duty, I mean, you know, they show the characters big now on Warzone as you're being dropped in. I don't know if it shows it to the entire lobby though. But other games should definitely try to do that and give people worth something to grind for. Like right now, who am I gonna be? #1 support player, which is not the same as Apex. How do I go to my... Oh, right here. What am I? #1 assault, #1 engineer, #1 support. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Am I gonna grind for #1 support kills? No, nobody gives a fuck about that because this character doesn't even have a name. Doesn't even have abilities. Not that I want abilities, but it's just there's no need to grind. What do you get out of grinding for this game? There's no 20 bomb badges. There's no 4K badges. There's no 10-10-10 badges. There's no Pred badges. No Apex badges. Even other games with ranked, they don't have badges that can be displayed, again, to every single person and their mother. That's the important part. That creates attention. And people want attention. People like the attention. Especially when your banner is decked. Again, how many people... I can't say this was the main reason for me doing it. Other reasons were, but how good of a feeling was it to be recognized all the time because of my banner? And people know exactly who it is based on my kills. And even if they didn't know who I was, give me a crazy reaction once they saw your kills and the badges and the pred trail and all that stuff. Apex did that phenomenally, bro. Other games have failed to meet those standards. And when you don't have that, games just kind of feel empty nowadays. Hopefully Battle Royale is going to be good, though. What's up, Sonny? Yeah, you're going to be the #1 tank driver? Like, I guess, maybe. Did I try Arc Raiders? Nah. I don't really know what that game's about. I'm still trying to figure out my settings, bro. It's been 10 hours. It's taking me 10 hours to find something. I keep getting distracted with the conversation, bro. Give me a second. Sounds like Pirates of the Caribbean. Just go back to what I had it. Nah, I don't need to change that. Do I? I don't think so. It's all the same. This is literally a bite off of Parts of the Caribbean. An interpolation, maybe. Maybe. They just jacked that shit. They said, give me that shit, cuh. What's my magnification on this? 1.5? It's gotta be. Please make a life choice for me. What's up? I can handle anybody. Only people that could ever beat me in a shit talking contest probably be Andrew Tate and Conor McGregor. They just talk too fast, bro. My mind doesn't work that well. I might hit him with a couple haymakers here and there, don't get me wrong. Especially Conor, bro. Probably the best shit talker I've ever seen. He's too damn good. So do your masters. If you're majoring in business, which is why I tell people don't major in business, you could get your bachelor's, and it doesn't matter what business. You're going to be working a bitch job that you hate for the next 10 years, trying to build your way up, make connections. It'll be an entry-level job for the next 5 to 10 years. With the market as saturated as it is right now, good luck finding a job. And so the next step would be to finance. It's all business related. The next step would be to get your master's. But because everything in the business world is so heavily saturated and impacted, a master's is not getting you by nowadays either. So what do? Well, you already fucked up by majoring in business. What's up, bro? I'm not 30. I'm 28. I'm yapping. So yeah, you want to have better chances of finding a job? Get your master's. It's gonna make you competitive, more competitive in the job market, but not that much, because master's is the new bachelor's for business. Business is not just management. There's admin. There's other business types. I'm not saying they're the same, but that's just in the world of business for me. Not for me. That's how they categorize finance. It's in that world, bro. If it ain't STEM, don't talk to me. But like you and a lot of frat bros, Sonny, you should have hit me up 4 years ago. You want a life-changing decision? You should have hit me before you went to college and decided on being a finance major, bro. But now you're there. It's too late. Go for your master's. I'm not too familiar with, like I said, I know the master's is the new master's for a lot of business majors, because there's so many of you guys trying to go into the job market at once, and there just simply aren't enough jobs. I don't know if getting a master's is going to make you more competitive or anything. Perhaps, yeah, maybe. Put it like this, because I lack knowledge. You want to be more competitive in the job market, you get your master's. Typically speaking, the higher education you get, the more money on average you'll make as well. And so it's probably going to open up a lot of doors to other other job opportunities in the future that require baseline masters, more corporate level jobs or something. I don't fucking know what else is in finance. You know what that means? But the opportunity cost, sure. What is the opportunity cost? You don't get your master's. Cool. So you graduate sometime soon with your bachelor's. That saves you another 2 years of schooling. So you can get into the job market within those 2 years. I promise you, Sonny, in those 2 years, you'll be making less than $50K. Okay? Now, the real opportunity cost is, well, if I spend those 2 years getting my master's, what does my entry income look like immediately? Bro, yes, Sonny. Not only will you not be able to find a job in a decent amount of time, getting into that oversaturated market, but as an entry-level finance major, 50, 60, bro. I could look it up. Entry level, 60, 70. Man, I'll give it 70. Entry. So in those 2 years, you make 140K, let's say. If I'm being a little bit more lenient, because you don't agree. Depends on the market, sure. Depends on where you live, sure. Depends on a lot of different things, so let's just generalize. 70K is what you're walking out with, and I feel like that's a pretty handsome one. I guarantee you, if I look the average across the entire nation, it's probably around 70K for a first year post grad as a finance major. 70K, so you're making $140,000. Also, mind you, I would be surprised, based on what I know about the business world right now and that job market, finance included, I'd be surprised that you even find a job within the first 6 months of you post grad. Apparently that's just not happening, bro. I just hear constant stories of people applying to hundreds of different businesses and getting it denied everywhere. So it's not like you're going to be making $140,000 as soon as you, in those 2 years, as soon as you graduate. There's going to be a large time period where you're jobless, not able to find a job. Then if we look at it, nepotism, people lying on their resumes, bro, that's what I would do. You want my advice? Lie on your resume. None of the businesses fact check you. And the people that are lying about their resumes, I hear more success with them lying on their resumes than the people that are being honest about everything, because you don't get fact checked. So you have that aspect, and then if you pursue to get your master's, or if you try to pursue a master's, that's a 2-year program. You can start that as soon as you graduate. So I guarantee you, by the time you've even worked two full-time years with the bachelor's, you'll be done with your master's by then. You might work 1 full-time year by the time you finish your master's, depending on how the job market looks at that point. And even if you do find a job, like I said, it's not going to be as good as you think. You have to work your way up. You want to do your master's overseas. Okay, well, is that smart? Or is that just you wanting to have fun and travel? No. You're young. You want to get your master's done. You do it in the States and get it over with. Crying out those 2 years. And then boom, by the time, Sonny, how old are you right now? Yeah, I'm sure it is cheaper, bro. But when you get a degree, if it's anything like medicine, if you get a degree in a different country, you get looked at differently in the job market. It's not that they look down at you, but it's like, okay, I know there's one specifically like in the Bahamas or something, a little med school program out there. It's like a laughing stock if you go there. So depending on where you go, unless it's a good program, I'm sure it might have the same prestige as these American schools, but why risk it? Swiss degree, Sonny, you only want to go there because you want to find a big titty blonde, bro. Like, keep it a buck. You're not even worried about the money at that point. You want a big titty blonde and a variety of them at your disposal in Sweden. Guess what? You can literally graduate with your degree out here, get it done with really quick, and then go tour Sweden, because you said you're 22 right now. By the time you're done with your master's, you'll be 24. By the time you've worked full 2-time years with a bachelor's, you'll be 25. And the baseline income is going to be much higher, I'm assuming, when you have your master's. And the variety of job opportunities that will open up once you have your master's will be a lot more, and potentially a lot more beneficial as well long term. No. Do your master's here, bro. Do your master's here. Do your math. I can't speak on the education out there. I'm sure it's decent. You're gonna pay a shit ton of taxes though, but the education is free, right, in Sweden? But how does that work as a non-citizen, as a non-resident? I don't know. It's too many questions. Too many questions. So if I can get a PhD now, I have to know more about finance. You want to know? You want to know my oh, you could get a visa. You want to know my opinion on business or finance or anything like that? Don't major in it. You need teachers to tell you what literally Google and ChatGPT can tell you. It's not like it's medicine, bro. It's not like it's an engineering, calculus, or computer science, which even then, you could self-teach yourself fairly easy, as a lot of people do, coding. But in many, many science programs and medical programs, you gotta go to school for that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But finance and business, bro? Finance as well, bro. Finance as well. You can self-teach yourself. But I think in order to be, like, to work as a what? You want to work as a... What do they call those guys? Those financial people? Is that what you want to do? What's your end goal with this? What career do you want to seek within finance? You want to be somebody's financial advisor or something? Like, what do you want to do? Obviously, in order to be that, you probably have to have a degree. So it's like you got to go to school. Look how terrible lighting is. I look down just once, and the light's just on. Investment analysis. Which I'm sure in order to get hired for a job like that, you probably do have to go to college and have a degree. But I'm sure there's probably many people that could be self-taught in that too. And work independently of a company. And maintain their own clientele. They won't look at your shit if you don't have a 4-year, for sure. But then if you have, let's say during those 4 years, you just self-taught yourself, build your own small clientele with your friends, and then you look at their portfolio now, and they're booming. Every single one of them is booming. You think these rich-ass people give a fuck if you have a 4-year education? Fuck no. What they want to see is results. That's why I say, yeah, maybe you have to pursue a degree for finance. Maybe. Like you said, it's probably more that than for business, admin, or management. But I guarantee you, you start putting in that work, obviously not you, but somebody else that hasn't gone to college yet, starts putting in that work, starts building and studying that portfolio shit, investment analysis, studies that shit. You'll find your own clientele. It won't give a fuck that you don't have a degree, bro. As long as the money's coming in and the results are consistent. But there's only two, Sonny, there's only two sciences, which includes physics, engineering, which includes engineering, all sorts, which would also include math, and then you have tech, which includes most of that as well. Yeah, I'm sure that shit, well, that's more, I mean, you can consider that maybe finance, but I feel like that's probably more math derived, no? Either way, you're not taking that shit, though. That's what you're thinking about doing. I think you have a lot of things that you're thinking about, and you just kind of have to figure out something. Again, when it comes to business world, you have to teach me, bro, more than I could teach you about anything. I know nothing about it, except that it's easy. and it's easy, bro. Easy. Easy, comparatively. What I would suggest you do is find a career. Everything else that you want to do when it comes to money, making money, could all supplement. It could all be a little hobby or side gig that you do in the long run. Like with investments, yourself, or whatever. Find a career, a stable career that you can see yourself working for your entire life, that has good upside to it. So it's looking good, maybe it's growing, but also you have good lateral movement, vertical movement throughout that industry, and it's clearly defined as well. Find something like that, major in that, or pursue your master's for that, and anything else you want to do, You do that on the side, I guess. I don't know. OnlyFans. What are you bringing that up for? I mean, it does. You're not wrong. But like with most business people, you guys get all like green-eyed when you go into college, and you guys have, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, and what do you guys 100% of the time eventually do? Nothing related to your major at all whatsoever. That's what I've seen in almost everybody that I've seen major in business or finance. They do nothing related. And if they are doing something right now, it's definitely not their dream job. They're definitely not passionate about it. It's just, that's all they could get. So find something you're passionate with. Upward mobility, thank you. Not Mr. Independent. While I figure out my settings, you can figure out your life. I guess. I don't know what's wrong with it. Does that make sense though? Have you learned something? Minaj is singing Drake right now, Sonny. If that's what you just responded to. Find one thing that you're passionate about and stick with it, bro. Stick with it. And make sure, like the other person said, it has good upward mobility. Make sure your average income is at least baseline. As soon as you get out of master's, 100K. Obviously, that's like a, you know, that could be it could be wishful thinking. I don't know how the jobs look like in finance or other business sectors, but yeah, something's gonna make you good money. I think you do your master's though. But again, I guess I've categorized, because I know nothing about business. I've categorized finance as business, because it's all just the same shit one way or another. I guess not really, but they're all interconnected. Maybe there are nuances that exist between the two that I haven't thought of. But what I do know about business and finance, because I associated them maybe improperly, is that a bachelor's degree in business gets you nothing nowadays. And I just assume that it would be the same for finance. And I don't know the value of a master's degree as a finance major. But if, as I've said already, with a business degree, a master's is the new bachelor's. So even a master's level degree in business doesn't get you much. I don't know if it holds that same value as a finance major, if it's more or if it's less valuable. You'd have to let me know. If it's more valuable than business and it provides you more opportunities, especially in your first year post-grad and beyond, and you will end up making more income on average, more money on average yearly, then yeah, I say get your master's, bro. What's up, Delush? I don't know, maybe December. Like for me, it's not that I want to get my master's, I have to get my master's in order to become a physician assistant. So it makes it easy for me, right? Yeah. Minaj, I've been drinking so much I don't want to drink anymore. In finance, you want to be quant analyst, equity trader, hedge fund manager. Yeah. So within those, that Nighthawk, oh well, he's on YouTube, Sonny, but I just read them out to you. He says those are the best finance, master's level finance degrees that you can get, or pursue. Find something within those that you like. I know loosely what a hedge fund manager is. I don't really know what a quant analyst is. I'm assuming it's like data analyst, but like even harder because of the word quantitative. Equity trader, I guess, is self-explanatory. I guess. Like I said, I don't know how any of these functions though. Well, these people I know ignore college. Yeah. But the number of people that ignored college and became wealthy, the wealthiest people that you know, would be like the 0.0000001%, and then the rest of them are way at the bottom. Why would you only focus on the 0.000000001% of people that became wealthy without college? Like a Elon Musk type individual. Actually, you think he went to college? Who's one of those big guys that didn't go to college? Whoever. Could be up there. But you focus on that and not this? You're crazy. What up, who? Yeah, but because of the difficulty of it, Sonny, you'll definitely get paid more. But you just got to be good. You got to make sure you're good with math. What do you mean by that, Zero? More like 8%, 300K and more. What are they? What does the 8% represent? Going to college does guarantee wealth. You major in STEM. That's how you guarantee it. The people that think that college is a scam and therefore probably share the same sentiment as you would be the people majoring in gender studies, art history, music, history, English. Yeah, you're an idiot if you do that. You're an idiot if you do that. And you're right, at that point, college definitely doesn't guarantee wealth. But if you go to college and major in a proper degree, like you're pursuing medicine, law, or any other type of medicine, I guess, that will require maybe a master's program after that, that's going to guarantee you money. It's not a scam. In my opinion, loud ass music. Scams, you get scammed if you're senile, which is not your fault, or you're a moron. It's only two options. It's only two options. I've never been scammed in my life. At all. Why? Because I'm not a moron. Okay, cool. With college, same thing. I was almost a moron. I almost majored in sociology. And then I told myself, wait, I'm not a moron. So I switched my major to something that's going to guarantee me long-term, lifelong wealth. And I'm not talking about wealth in that context that you might be talking about wealth. But to never ever have to worry about money, my kids never ever have to worry about money for the rest of our lives. That type of wealth. True, ugly, true. But you know what people don't have a hard time finding jobs after college? People that become PAs, people that become RNs, people that don't become doctors, CRNAs, what you name it. Everything in the medical field is so good. You're gonna find a job easily. Anything math or engineering related, I don't know if the job market is difficult for that. I assume not. I assume there's not too many people majoring and stuff like that. Maybe there is. I don't know. I majored in bio. So are you choosing this path purely for the wealth aspect? No. But it would be inappropriate for me to say that I haven't considered the wealth aspect of at all. And you can ask specifically anybody in the healthcare field, and if you could put some truth serum in their drink, they'll tell you the same thing. The ratio or the proportion of how much that matters, though, obviously varies. Right, Zero. Yeah. AI and tech is really, well, tech's been booming for a minute, but AI as well. But here's the thing: it's difficult to ask these things of people. There's a lot of things that you guys have touched on right now that I've talked about for a long time. Somebody mentioned trades. Yeah. Okay, let's speak on that, Zero. You might not know me, Zero, especially because I haven't streamed on YouTube for too long, a couple years or over a year. There's two routes to go, and the emphasis that I put on college is not the only emphasis that I place on people that are, post-grads from high school trying to figure out what to do with their life. It's a two-sided coin. And these are the major two routes, the main two routes that you should explore post high school, male or female. Trades or higher education. The only caveat to higher education is you make sure it's something within STEM. Because if you don't, yeah, you got scammed, you got played, you're a fool. But college didn't scam you, you scammed yourself. What did DJ Khaled say? You played yourself. If you major in art history, gender studies, English, history, music, anything like that, you played yourself. You just screwed yourself. Now you gotta go back to college or find something that doesn't exist within there that's gonna pay you a lot more, or you're gonna be struggling the rest of your life. But I also recognize for a lot of people, not myself, but people around me, would be the trade route. Obviously you won't see a lot of women pursue that. So if women take the higher education route, be sure to major in STEM. To the men that take the higher education route, be sure to major in STEM. Do research, look at the job upside. Like you talk about, tech and AI is looking really good right now. Figure out a job that you want, a major you want within that field, within STEM, and pursue that. Set up a 5-year plan. Stick to it. Things might change. Stick to it. If you don't like that, then trade is great. Trade's beautiful, but historically speaking, within the context of social relations and interactions and how we view people in terms of status, people look down at you for pursuing trade. People look down at you going for a community college to pursue a trade or whatever. People look down on you if you don't pursue anything that's a 4-year institution. Ignore all that bullshit. You want to get good money and academics really isn't for you, pursue trade. And there's hundreds of jobs within that field. And you work for a union, they're going to take great fucking care of you. And at some point you build your name in your crafts to such a high degree that at one day, I assume you could make a job or business out of whatever it is that you've got experience in. Let's say an electrician, make your own company, hire your own workers, and then you can really see some real money out there. I love trade. But for me, I'm not a hands-on kind of guy. I would never do a trade. Ever. But I'm not going to sit here and act like that option doesn't exist. And like it's not going to take care of a lot of you. True, Sonny. True, that's one aspect of it. I have seen more people become less than mediocre in income from college than make more. I'm not sure what you mean by this, Zero. Becoming a teacher seems crazy to me. Teaching. Yeah, but also, Zero, yes, you can make 100K. That's what I'm saying. You should do that, but is everybody built for that kind of lifestyle? No. And even if you are as a man, most women won't be. So it's like, okay, you have to explore other options as well. But let it be known that trade is great. Whether it's garbage man to HVAC, there are many options that will give you some stable income quickly as well, with a fraction of the debt. You just have to be wired for that kind of stuff. The same way that a teacher is wired for being a teacher. My heart goes out to teachers, bro. I think teaching is honestly one of the most important jobs, especially if teaching is done right. With the education system now, I'm not sure, especially K through 12, but to the teachers that do it right and really take care of these kids the right way, yeah, they're severely underpaid, bro. Severely. And there's a lot that they have to do. There's a huge burden on teachers as well to make sure that they breed well-informed and educated, future adults. And I don't think we see that much nowadays. As you see with the current, Gen Z, Gen A educational crisis going on, they're all idiots. Teaching is a selfless career. You just have to be built for that. You know that it's assuming that the school is good, the education is good, everything's good. You make that commitment to give your life away to 30 kids a year and have them be ripped away from you as they graduate and move on, and then do it again for another 30 and then another 30 and get paid $30K a year. Yeah, bro. You just the need for you to want to take care of and be there for other kids obviously supersedes your desire to be affluent of any sort, I guess. Yeah, badass kids, especially, bro, nowadays, teaching nowadays, bro, with TikTok and all these kids mistreating each other more than we ever did at a way higher rate. And doing things that, they're doing drugs and having sex probably on average way younger than we did. I feel like when I grew up in high school, on average you might try your first drug and have sex 16. These kids on average are probably doing that shit at 10, 11 now. They're delinquents. They're troublemakers. They're disrespectful to authoritative figures. Way worse than we were. I mean, a lot of that. Well, depending, Zero. Depending. But even with 65, 70K, if you're a high school teacher or a middle school teacher, that's not a lot to survive on. And I'm curious to know where they make 60, 75K at. Maybe in California where I live, but I guarantee you teachers in inner city Chattanooga are not making 60 to 75K, bro. And especially less in less populated areas as well. What up, Gills? I'm trying to figure out my settings, bro. And even if they do make 65, 70K in California, I mean, I'm probably not the best person to ask when it comes to that, but 65, 70K in California is plenty of money to survive on. But then if you put kids into the mix, and if you put maybe just a crappy housing situation in the mix, yeah, it's going to go away rapidly. But if you're living by yourself, you only have to worry about yourself. 65, 70K is decent, but most people don't live like that, which therefore makes it horrible. I could live on 65, 70K in downtown LA. Where are you from, Guilds? They do get a pension when they retire, though, so they play the long game for that. Yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot, bro. For a little, it's like nurses as well. But nurses are starting to make a lot more money now, like a lot more money, like a lot more money, for whatever reason. I don't know. But like historically, they've been undervalued. But like you said, it's just like a selfless type of job. You just have to be wired to put up with all of that and not get the pay you deserve. Arkansas, yeah. What's up, Mia? Yeah, because you got daddy's money. That's why I'm taking care of you. I actually consider teaching at my local college. I could never teach high school or middle school, maybe high school. I like the community aspect of high school, like with sports and spirit, leadership. I could probably teach college, bro. I don't know what I teach. Obviously something medicine related, but yeah, no, I feel the same way. Yeah, it'd be like one class here and there. For me, it'd be like maybe like anatomy to other PA students, or at a college level or something like that. I feel like that would be fun. Yeah, traveling nurses they get paid a lot too. Pay $5, my husband pays $1 mil. Oh yeah, that's how you split the fees right there. Yeah, what up, Luna? Sorry, I should probably get back to games now. I don't know, bro. It just felt different, and it feels different in game, and I don't know why. And I keep getting sidetracked by the conversations right now, but I keep trying to figure out what I changed potentially, if anything at all. But I don't think I changed anything. Changed one thing, this thing right here, but that's slower, so that wouldn't make it feel how it feels, unless I'm just rusty because it's been a week long. But this felt very smooth a week ago, and it feels very bad now. Oh my god. Oh, you know what? This was 85. I think I turned it down, but I didn't take a photo of it. Updated photo of it. Let's just try this. And let's see how that feels in game. So my ADS is decent. It's decent. And I figured out after a week that there is Team Deathmatch, which is the only thing I'm going to play until Battle Royale comes out. Finesse, I'm retiring end of December, And in December, I'm done. But until then, I have all the time in the world. So I'll just be playing Battlefield. Maybe COD. Maybe. Maybe. Is there only one box? I read the name Tinderbox. Is there only one map? Is this the same map I just played? I think it is. Yeah, deploy me, damn it. How long does it take? No, I haven't played this map yet. What? I can't climb up. I'm gonna die now.
Oh, got him.
This is the first time I've ever heard somebody, just shot in my fucking ear canal. Must be nice. Just doesn't feel smooth, man. It feels choppy still. Like my gradual movements. My movements where I want to go from, like, you see my crosshair. I want to go 0.1 millimeter to the left. I can't. Because of my dead zone. I'm assuming. But like Apex, I can have control over that fluidly, smoothly. Like, see this? This is like a fucking, an octagon. I don't know what's happening here. This is a no-go. And it's even worse with more minor movements. I can't go circular like this. Oh, shit. Puss on, pussy. The game is over? You want to have time to stream after you finish school? No, I honestly just don't want to, Zal. At all. And I keep getting asked that question, but I don't mind it. I don't want to play. I didn't want to play today. Didn't want to play last week when I was in San Diego. Didn't want to play before. Don't want to play tomorrow. But for these next 2 months, bro, if I don't have any income at all, I'm going to go broke pretty quick. So I'm just going to barely play. Give me my $500 a month, I guess. It's the least amount of money I've made from streaming since I started. Give me what I could take, bro. Just for these next 2 months so I can ride off into the sunset and go do what I'm destined to do, what I'm passionate about. Could I have time to stream? Daily? No. 4 days a week? No. In PA school? No. Could I? Could I? Could I? If I was just so passionate about gaming, I had thousands of viewers, and I didn't want to lose that. I was making 100K, 50K a month. Nah, even honestly, like 10K a month in PA school from streaming. I could figure out how to do it 5 days a week. It'd be like 3 hours. But if I could get 10K a month from just 3 hours, 15 hours a week, yes, I definitely could. But that's not, that's obviously not the most likely option. I'm not going to be making that at all. And so it's not worth it for me to sacrifice my study time and my time spent with classmates and experiencing that lifestyle in PA school. It's just not worth it to me. I don't care about games anyways. There's no game that interests me than Apex, and we'll give Apex that credit, but I haven't been interested in Apex in over 3 years. So even Apex hasn't interested me enough to keep playing. That's why I've been so inconsistent with streaming. Yeah, maybe Za. Maybe Za. Again, what up, Nacho? I don't think I'd stream it. Become a politician. Oh yeah, well yeah, because you're always taking in bribes from elsewhere. All those super PACs. And lobbyists or whatever. Nah. Maybe I'd like to get into politics, but I have to learn a lot more about political science. But yeah, when it comes to streaming, bro, no. I would say FPS definitely did ruin my motivation. I wouldn't even say my motivation to play. I was never motivated to play FPS. Nothing motivated me to do so. It's because I loved it. I loved FPSs. I loved everything about them. FPSs now has ruined that love. You fall in love with this woman. You love dating, as you do when you're a young kid. You love the idea of having a girlfriend. And then this one girl just fucking destroys you, rips you apart. Now you no longer have that same love. You're jaded now. That's what it's done. I'm anti-motivated. When GTA 6 comes out, I'll probably play that in PA school. Will I stream it? If you guys are lucky. If you guys are lucky. If you guys are gonna be here next year, whenever that game comes out, I'm gonna definitely play that game here and there. If I stream it, I stream it. There's only a few games that had that. Like, if it comes out, no matter what, I'm playing it. That was. Isn't there a ladder up here? Or this? Ragnarok. Honestly, yeah, Ragnarok. See, I just don't like my micro adjustments are just poor on whatever setting I'm on. Did he die? He still survived? This guy's cooking up everybody. He's above, I think. I don't know where the fuck he is. Dude, they got John Wick in this building, murking everybody. Don't worry, I killed him.
Let's move. Let's go.
It's just not as smooth as COD or Apex, bruh. I'm gonna give it that. And is it because of my settings? Probably. Probably. It's very choppy, bro. It's very choppy. So you can fucking go over there. That's cool. I wish I knew that. My ADSing is not the worst. My micro adjustments from afar. I'm saying it out loud so I can remember it. My ADSing, my fighting close range, is not the worst. But it ain't the best. It's not the worst. Okay, mental notes. My ADS close range is not the worst, but I know it's not the worst. My micro adjustment from a decent range out is pretty mediocre, bro. This guy's walking around with a fucking shotgun. Yeah. See, my hip fire adjustments aren't the greatest. I don't know what to do. My look ADS, not my ADS, my look sensitivity is choppy. I don't know. I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it. Hey, can somebody get me, bro? Medic! I have to figure it out, bro. This game is probably if I was an MK player, I'd love this game. Immediately. Like, that shit looks smooth as fuck. What are his settings? Is it because I'm on linear? But nothing else felt good to me. That looks smooth. You're just ass. If I can figure out my settings to match that right there, why am I not responding? Can I respond? We're waiting like an idiot. What? Can you get off of this shit? Oh. You're just a pussy if you run the shotgun. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Like, you're a big pussy. Like, dead ass. I bet you I kill you still. Here's the thing. I will always be smarter than you. Always. But I'm limited by my settings. I'm limited. If I can get my settings right, I'll never die in this game. This game is too easy. This game is way too easy. These people suck. They're so fucking bad. If I can find a proper settings, I'll be good. Oh, get on the zip line! Damn! Yeah, I don't know what to do. Sophia's reigning the most overrated bop. She's kind of hot, bro. I can't lie. Yeah, man, chat, I don't know what to do with my aim. Like, I genuinely don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Can I fucking... Is there a radio somewhere? Why do I hear it coming from in there? Yeah, like my micro adjustments when I'm ADSing aren't the best either, bro. Like at all. They're decent, but I don't have a lot of control over it. Like, this is the only game I've ever heard that has you customize center and axial dead zone. One's on a scale to like 300. I feel like it was just the dead zone throwing me off, but I don't know. The long range SMG ADS isn't bad. But my micro adjustments are like, look, if I try to aim at this guy, I'm aiming right here, but I try to flick it on him. Oh, that was fine there. But typically it's not. Especially if I try to do it fast. Like slowly I might be able to, but I'm aiming here and I try to go there. My flicks aren't good, and then the readjustments aren't that good either. See, I can't even. But I just turned off my dead zone. So what else could it be? I'm on linear with no dead zone. Can my targets move? No, you can't. You know, it's funny how much we used to hate on Apex for their firing range. And now that I've played other games like this in Call of Duty, I don't know if Siege has one. Even the first Apex range was always better than the other games. Always. But then again, you know, it's a battle royale. There's a lot more that you needed to do in practice, especially with it being so movement heavy. So I get why we complain about it. But like, bro, this firing range, not only can you not move these, you can't even switch guns while in the firing range. Like, there's no setting to go switch your guns. You gotta back out, switch your character, and then jump back into the range. Although it is quick to do that. Call of Duty firing range is this to this. That's their firing range. And we were complaining about Apex's. Bro, Call of Duty, you can't even commit to a full slide in Call of Duty. Like here. At least you have enough room to do that. COD, you can't full slide. It'll stop you like every time you just hit the wall. This is COD, you just hit the wall again and again. Again and again. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Okay, that was a little better. Even though I missed because the bloom's horrible. That's what I need. To be able to target transfer while still holding it down. And to be able to make micro adjustments if I'm off target, to be able to move my crosshair 1 millimeter onto that target because it's so far away, and improve my aim from there. I haven't been able to do that. You know, if I didn't hit the target immediately, and I try to readjust my aim, I was missing every time. But right now, I have a bit more freedom over it. Not that much. You see, I almost fucked up again when I was off target here. I still overcompensated. I don't know why. Yeah, see how much I'm overcompensating? If I'm off target, right? I'm off target. This is where I start shooting. I don't want to waste my ammo though. If I'm off target and I need to recorrect my aim to on target, I should be able to do that with ease, especially like I was able to do it in Apex. I missed the first 5-10 bullets in Apex and snap on him immediately. I can't do that with this. Not with my current settings. That was better. I'm not gonna miss there. Not gonna miss there. It's really just these last two ones. A little better. I probably missed the first half mag before I was able to do anything with it. I'm intentionally trying to miss and recorrect my aim. Yeah, see, I mean, just like, I'm moving my thumbstick too, but it's not responding. And I don't know why. Is it my response curve? Come on, I have no dead zone right now. Dead zone should be the only thing affecting that, bro. The only thing affecting that. I'm moving it right now with no dead zone on linear. It should move smoothly, even with the slightest nudge. I move it probably 0.5 millimeters. It should move. It doesn't respond. So is it my response curve? Because somebody tell me, chat. Somebody tell me, explain to me, please. Which nobody can, because guess what? These are the most complex controller settings in the history of FPSs ever. At least on controller. What was I getting at? My dead zone changed. What was I looking at? Fuck, man, I can't remember. That's actually important though. I need to remember. Oh yeah. My response curve is linear. Stick input acceleration presets matches the other response curves. By the way, they name them different levels, different games. They base them different games. They're named after different games. The response curve. In Apex, linear, evolved, da 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 da. So all you had to do was read the explanation of that response curve, and you know what it is, because it tells you what linear is. It tells you what steady aim is. This doesn't tell me what BFBC2 is. The curve type. Pause. It doesn't tell me what the curve type is for BFBC. It doesn't tell me what BF3 is. So I'm supposed to look those up. You don't have it built into the game. You're forcing me to have to look these up. So I go with linear because that's what I like. Assuming that the stick input acceleration, which I've never had to change in Apex ever, would match that. It does. There's no linear option, and I don't know which one is good because guess why? Didn't play the other games, and even if you played these other games, you don't fucking remember. They recommend to match that. If you want a one-to-one experience from previous titles, make sure to change the corresponding acceleration preset as well to the same one, I'm assuming. But there's no linear option here, so what do I change it to? I don't know. What up, Moses? What's up, Mari? Wait, hold on, chat. Hold on. Did I have to get rid of the acceleration? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there's a guy right here, right? Oh, fuck. He's right here. Better than what it was right now, I guess. Oh, fuck. Oh, what? Oh, fuck. That's I'm practicing my aim right now. This is embarrassing. Usually I do this off stream, but my issue right now is if a guy crosses my screen right here and I'm not centered on him, how can I flick and snap onto him? And it was too slow before, especially the further away they are, because the less I have to flick. And then if I overcompensate too far on that flick, then how does my aim look when I'm trying to readjust my aim and recenter it? My micro adjustments when I'm already on the target. Not my macro adjustment, but the micro adjustment. How does that look? I don't know if this is the proper terminology, but this is what I'm making it, right? This is macro adjustment. Recentering onto the target. And then once I'm on the target, my micro adjustment aim, how is that looking? That's okay. My aim can be perfect. I'm not cheating. If I miss the first, see, right there was pretty bad though. Ideally, I'd want to kill him before the first half of my mag is over. Other than that, he's just missing too many shots. Yeah, see? So something's still not perfect yet. Something's still not perfect. I know this little song. I hate the song. This is the third Battlefield stream I've ever watched. I still have barely seen you play. You always love it? Nah, I don't love it at all. Actually, I probably love the Battlefield or Battle Royale, to be honest. Even right there was pretty pissed, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Better. That's just Bloom. Yeah, now my micro adjustments. How can I fix that? Do I need to slow down the sensitivity? I already feel like it's super slow though. Do I need to turn this down? Hold on, I'm on 1.5 right now, I think. Let me just see if I am. I think I am. Yeah. Okay. What about COD 7? Next month. Bro, when I can find the proper set, I didn't even have to spend time to get good. I already know how to play FPSs. When I could find a sends that felt like how 4-3 linear felt in Apex, I will be the best player to ever play this video game. It'd be that fucking easy. Until then, it's just not gonna cut it. Until I can figure out these issues with my aim, I won't even be close. Alright, let's just try this in game, I guess. Keep going, keep going, keep going. This is the most amount of time I've ever had to spend on finding a sensitivity that works. Ever. Probably 10 going on to 11 hours. Total since the game came out. If you have to spend that much time to find a decent settings, you don't have to be great. It's gonna take some time to find settings that are perfect. But to find something that's decent that you can play on for a year or so before you feel like, okay, it's time to just tweak something. It's just, we're asking for too much at that point, bro. The fact that it takes me 11 hours. Apex, I literally started the game 7.6 Classic. 7.6 Classic. 7.6 Classic. Found that within the first 2 hours. Literally. Because you only had to worry about three things, bro. I had to worry about 20 different things that impact my aim, bro. It's just too much. I'm too old for this, bro. I'm too old. This map sucks, too. I wasn't on 7.6 initially, but I found my response curve immediately, Classic. And my dead zone immediately, no dead zone. I think I started at 5.5. 5.4. But everything else was fine. That's a quick fix. If my aim is too slow or too fast in one plane or the other, turn it up one. Turn it up again. That's how I found 7.6 Classic. Go one by one. Okay, what felt good? 7.6. Felt the best for me. Stayed on that for 3 years straight. Never even looked twice at my aim. I will spend 3 years before I can find an aim that I could play for 6 months before I'm tired of it. What's going on with this game? Start the fucking game. Damn. 7.6 Classic can be hella fast, bro. Yeah, you look good. Luck to you. I started playing 4.3 linear for a couple years. The last couple years that I played, I can't go back to 7.6 Classic. It's too fast. And then the classic aspect of it too. I just like linear. I don't want any interference. I don't want any computerized interference impacting my aim at all. I don't need for them to fuck with my sticks at all. I have the best thumbs on earth. I trust these thumbs. I don't trust the computer. But something feels like it's fucking with my controller still. Maybe I should turn off overclocked. Maybe this is not a game that you need overclocked in. Maybe it's too much. That might be it, chat. That might be it. Chat. That might be it. Chat. That might be it. I'm tired, bro. I'm about to get off soon anyways. Spent 2 hours. I haven't played for shit. Whatever, bro. I'm a retired streamer. Don't care. One second here. Not that any of you guys care. I just overclocked it again, but not as much. Ah! Ah! Oh my god, I just broke this whole thing. What did I just do? Bro, I overclocked my audio. Whoops. Okay. I slashed my overclock in half. Don't even really know what this means. But let's just see if it's a little better. Let's just see. Troubleshooting. This game takes hella long to load up too. So while we're here, whatever. I don't care anymore. I don't freaking care anymore. What are you doing right now? Want to see this because I'm new to roller on PC? I was getting rid of my overclock. But I didn't get rid of it. I slashed it in half. So instead of an 8,000 polling rate, I went with 4,000. So it's not going to be as responsive, but it's going to be more responsive than the baseline 1,000 that a PS5 controller comes with. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I mean, if you want to learn how to overclock a controller, Hayden, for Apex, just type in Shotzi's overclock controller settings. It'll be the one that came out a few years ago. It's the one I still use. But I don't need to use it anymore because I've memorized it, but you know what I mean. What am I doing here? Sound. That sound fake as fuck. How do you overclock a controller? Don't fucking ask me. I'm not a fucking tech guru. It's legal. So as a Call of Duty player? Yeah. That might be worse. It's literally like 3 buttons you press once you download the software that's meant to overclock it. Couldn't even tell you the definition of overclocking. I know you can do it to a PC as well. So if you're tripping that sounds fake, that you can overclock a controller. You can overclock a PC, it'd be the same mechanism, I'm sure. What up, Judy? Hey, somebody did ask me, TwitchCon? Bro, I don't go to TwitchCon. It just cracks me up that people complain about the real world, good and bad. Because these are people that don't experience life at all. They don't go outside, so they live in this sheltered, very sheltered bubble. And everything is just perfect for them because everybody online, you know, thinks the same way, feels the same way. Everybody's too afraid to speak contrary to what, you know, the status quo is. And they step inside and they realize, yeah, not everybody's like you, by the way. And by the way, not everybody has to like you and show that they like you and give you affection or treat you nicely as well. Some people just aren't like that, but they lack that real life experience. When they go out there and they see, damn, everybody's not nice. People do weird shit. Even people might assault me and do weird things. That's real life. That's why you come prepared. And to ignore reality is to ignore your own safety as well. So when you go there and these weird things happen to you, and even then you can't always control it either. Because if somebody wants to do some crazy shit to you, it's going to happen, as you saw at TwitchCon. But at least you can help yourself be more prepared for those instances. And you can't do that if you just reject the reality. I'm never going to TwitchCon. Da, 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 da. Okay, don't go. You gotta tell the whole world. You want to make sure that other people feel the same way, so you feel reaffirmed and validated in your decision to potentially never go again. But that decision is contingent on if people agree with you. Because if they don't agree with you, then you're gonna keep going year after year after year. TwitchCon could have a mass shooting this year. People still go. You think people are gonna stop going because a little streamer had this happen to them and that happened to them? They're gonna go still. They're gonna keep going. The friends of the people who may have been assaulted are gonna keep going, bro. What's the point of complaining about it? You don't want to go, don't go. It'll be there every year. Mass shooting is a bit extreme. Guess who still stays at the hotel in the Vegas mass shooting? Guess who still goes to the same concert venue where the Vegas shoot happened? And that's the worst mass shooting ever. TwitchCon can have a shooting. 3 people injured, people go. I'd still go. But that shit is just common in America. I'm not gonna let that stop me from experiencing life and making memories. But here's the thing, I accept that as a reality. There's always potential of something egregious happening, like a mass shooting, or somebody getting shot in the vicinity of where I'm at. So you take precautions. And that's how you live life. You can live life with this irrational fear. Oh my god, danger, danger, danger. and then you get nothing out of life. That's not gonna be me. Alright, I mean, like, I don't even know at this point. Oh my gosh, don't even know, bro. I don't even know. I'm probably gonna have to take some time off stream. I don't think I want to stream this game until I find a sense where it's like, okay, cool. I'm confident now. Now I can grind. Sorry to, Minaj, by the way. Europe was good. Don't let those fears, yeah, you can't let those irrational fears affect your real life. But you see that all the time on Twitch. Again, these people don't go outside of their house at all. The benefits are pretty large. Hayden, benefits of overclocking your controller are large. Hence why most pro controller players do that, at least in the Apex community. Yes. We're talking about, again, put it like this, but we're going to increase the scale of the input delay. In terms of hertz, I think it's hertz. Hertz is the proper unit. A non-overclock controller input delay, let's say, is 1,000 seconds. 1,000 seconds. So you press the button here, it's gonna take 1,000 seconds for it to respond on screen. 1,000. But when you overclock your controller, now it's 1 second. Just listen to that difference. Now we're talking in terms of milliseconds. Right now, I think it's the input delay of a controller, naturally non-overclocked, is probably like, I think it's like 30 to 40 milliseconds. And when you overclock it, it goes down to 1 millisecond. It's such a large, the polling rate, yeah. But the input delay of the controller itself, you can measure in milliseconds as well. It's such a large difference in input delay. You could feel it. You can't visually see it, but you could feel it, especially if you're experienced. And once you play on an overclock controller, that's why I couldn't go back to the console, because the input delay on console is so large. So if you want that competitive advantage, do that, because other people are doing it. Now, you can obviously kill somebody that's on an overclock controller. He's not dead. See, like this? Still no bueno. This? I should easily do. Oh shit, now I'm probably dead. Oh my god. I'm over here fucking around. It's too fast. It's too fast. This is too fast. ADS, whatever. Oh, okay. So that's improvement. That's improvement. That's 50 meters away. I was doing that before I ruined my overclock, so I don't know what's, like I said. Damn. That's too fast. It's too fast. It's too fast. Is this just linear, bro? Like, do I have to, am I gonna change my settings completely now? Am I gonna change my settings completely? Is linear my downfall?
Come on.
We are in the lead.
I think my teammate is getting murked. Bro, linear should feel like linear. No matter what game I play on. If it's raw input, it's raw input. I don't know how that could be different. Oh, because my response, because my acceleration is weird. Like, I'm telling you, once I find my sends, bro. The grenade was in front of me. On the other side of the fucking wall. I saw the red glare. He threw that shit against the fucking wall. of the staircase. And it bounced back towards him. So did they throw too? I'll find out next time.
We are controlling the fight. Maintain our advantage.
I don't even know what I'm fucking doing at this point. This feels slow as shit now. Better control, but not entirely. I would shit on him too. Okay. What's up, cares? Doesn't matter what controller then? Yes. For reasons I can't explain. But yes. Tracking horrible right there, 0 out of 10. Don't even talk to me. Bro, if I get cracked at this game, I would literally drop 5,000 kills a game. I won't ever die. Yes, for reasons I can't explain to you, I think it has something to do with stick tension, to be honest. You can't customize it on a DualSense Edge, which is what I'm on right now. But I think they're like less tense naturally. How they're designed is less tense. You can still the overclock polling rate is the same on each one of them. But she's using a fucking LMG, like, alright buddy. And a rocket launcher. Oh, that's my teammate. What's up, Bino? Placing controllers are better for OC because of higher polling rate? Naturally? We're about to beat them anyways, right? You're fucking... Oh my god, you're probably worse than me. Not even probably. You definitely are. That tracking right there, terrible. Again. But then again, that's easy. I could just turn up my sensitivity. My zoom sensitivity. I can do that. But when it comes to the overall choppiness of my... What is seemingly right now has to be my response curve. I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. You think EA likes seeing people on Apex? Excuse me, on Battlefield from Apex? I feel like when I hear you say that, that means that they don't give a fuck about Apex. And they want that game to die. That's what it sounds like. I don't know if that's true though. You also can't holster your gun for whatever reason in the can't holster your gun in the range. Not a single bullet hits on the last one. I'm aiming right at it. Like when my crosshair's already on target, of course my aim's gonna be fine. But I need my aim to finally be good with is when they're not on target, and I need to make those adjustments back to on target. Like right there, I just shot a dick. I've spent much more time on my settings in this game than actually playing the game. Maybe that's just a me issue, I don't know. That's just Bloom. I don't know what the term would be. It was just, I guess, my overall centering from an uncentered position. But I can't do anything in this range. Like if I'm running around, but I can't go any further. I'm running around. I see it right here. Like that's horrible. That's god awful. Maybe I just need it faster, bro. Yeah, maybe. It's gonna take some time to adjust to, but try one more route real quick. Better-ish. My snapping and my flicking will get better in due time. Obviously, it's hard to practice against static targets than obviously what we have to endure within the game with moving targets.
Search and destroy.
Let's see, this is okay. This is nice and smooth. See, that's more circular as opposed to like choppy as it was before. A little bit. That's how I base this off of my look sense, is if I could do these little tight circles. I couldn't explain to you why or what that means, but that just means I have the most control over it. That nade again is nowhere near me! Especially not near me enough to throw me up 50 meters into the sky! Oh yeah, that's gonna be something. That's gonna be something. That's gonna be something. Hey, res me, cuz.
Need a medic!
Alright, but we're getting our asses whipped. You guys are sorry. Sorry. Let me come back and help you guys. That's fast. It is fast. You see me struggling. But I just need practice on that.
Combat advantage is still held by the enemy. Regroup and re-engage.
My teammates suck. Oh my god, like they're horrible. He's got, what did I do a shot with? A fucking sniper?
Fuck! Medic!
One of you bitches have to be a medic. Yeah, he is, but he's fucking running away.
Stay with me!
The non-medic is reviving me. Thanks. I appreciate that though. Good shit. That's a good teammate right there.
Let's move!
Alright. Ah, I don't like it. Didn't my teammates just not all go that way? Spawn that way? No, they all just fucking dipped. Word, word, word. You know, I'd be throwing by not... Oh, bro. I'd be throwing by not, responding. Usually it automatically responds you in TDM games. I sit there and waste 5 to 10 seconds every time. Alright, bro. I think I'm just about to get off. What's up? What up, DJ? I think I'm about to get off and fucking keep troubleshooting my sensitivity, bro.